emotional farewell to a fallen New York City police officer.
This is a look from Chopper 2. Hundreds of fellow officers attending the funeral for Dennis Guerra in Rockaway Beach. Guerra died from his injuries last week after responding to a fire. CBS 2's Jessica Schneider is there live for us this noon. Jessica?
Well, Chris and Andrea, Officer Guerra is the first officer to die in the line of duty in more than 2 years. Thousands of his fellow officers are praising his actions and mourning his loss, and of course, remembering the hard-working father of 4. His body passed along the streets of his beachside community by the rows of his fellow NYPD officers and into the church where he will be remembered. 38-year-old Dennis Guerra lived in Far Rockaway with his wife Kathy and their 4 children. Now the community that he loved and was such a part of is spilling onto the streets to honor the man killed doing his job.
Dennis was a great cop and an even better person. He served this department with dignity and honor.
Officer Guerra is an 8-year veteran of the NYPD. He was responding to a fire in a Coney Island high-rise last Sunday when he and his partner rushed up to the 13th floor in an elevator, and both were overcome by smoke when the doors opened. Guerra died Wednesday from the effects of severe smoke inhalation. His partner, Rosa Rodriguez, is still in the hospital. Her daughters and son attended last night's wake for Guerra and are at today's funeral.
She's in still very serious condition. She's far from out of the woods. And you can imagine the fear that her family has, knowing that Officer Guerra has passed away and Officer Rodriguez's family has to deal with that worry.
Police say the fire that led to Officer Guerra's death was started by 16-year-old Marcel Dockery. He allegedly told police he set a mattress on fire because he was bored. Dockery now faces several charges, including murder. Officer Guerra's passing at such a young age weighing on his family. His father is a retired NYPD detective who now works as an investigator for the state attorney general.
It's very difficult. Imagine a father who wore the proud uniform of an NYPD detective to now have to stand before this church realizing this funeral is for his son. It's not supposed to be like that.
The funeral happening inside St. Rose of Lima this afternoon. Friends, family members, and dignitaries inside. Mayor Bill de Blasio is also scheduled to speak. And outside here, several departments are being represented, including Nassau and Suffolk counties, as well as members of the FDNY. Officer Guerra will be buried at St. John's Cemetery in Middle Village just after this funeral. We are live in Rockaway Beach. Jessica Schneider, CBS 2 News.